Hey, Dragon or Dragonet or Dragons or something. I played 7,000-ish hours of modded Celeste over like 3 years, and I also unsuccessfully streamed the game. This is Slash. They've been active just about as long as I have, and they've probably watched more Goldens than any other being on Earth. We both have things we want to talk about, so we figured we'd make like a podcast or something and yap for like an hour straight. And I can't explain more about what this is because I don't know what this is either. I'll be throwing images on the screen every now and then, and when certain things are mentioned, you'll hear this journal sound. All it means is that there's a link to what was mentioned somewhere in the description. But yeah, that's it. Enjoy or don't. Thoughts on the setup?
Okay. Yeah, this is the screenshot you have to post.
Yeah, I'll just post like a replay buffer. Yeah, this is probably the worst overlay I could have come up with. It's just me with Greg Tech footage.
Real people would this background audio.
Alright, you want to both go for like 2 lower scope topics?
Sure. I already claimed the... Oh wait, no, this was your topic. I have no topics, so... I mean... I could bring up the enshittification of the Goldberries queue.
Exclusive interview with the top verifier. You're so excited for the Gauntlet full game run.
The Gauntlet full game run.
Go to the campaign page and scroll to the bottom.
The LSW archive.
Yeah, and then the dustbin is what they're submitting things to. And then scroll all the way to the bottom and you'll see the objects.
Ooh. AA side.
AA side.
Forsaken City A side. Oh, it's just the entire Celeste. It's just all of Celeste.
Is it?
Great. Yeah, no, we just put all of Celeste in here. The entire game is just in here. Yep.
The first person to show their parents the moat gets a $5 Starbucks gift card.
What are you gonna do with $5 at Starbucks? I guess you could get like...
Get water.
Water? $5 for a single water.
Yeah, that sounds right.
In the US too. Because that's like $7 in Canada.
Oh, great. Wait, the water in Canada is $7? No.
No.
No, I get what you mean. The correct tech is still on screen, man.
Yeah, you're still... I've just been, like... I've had it in my peripheral vision this whole time. It's kind of fun.
I'm realizing if I do actually have Greg Tech, it's going to make it a lot harder to isolate the avatars. I guess not. It'll just be at a single...
Are you actually putting Greg Tech gameplay in the background?
No.
Okay.
But I will for this short recording.
I should actually get food while I set this up.
Yeah, I should find something to cook.
And then maybe we can actually start at like, I don't know, 7 my time. I don't remember what times on it.
It's 8 for me, so probably like an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, I think an hour.
Why didn't I just say an hour from now? I'm
We can just talk about what this is for like 10 minutes.
That we probably should do that, yeah. How do we explain what the moat is? We have a lot of time to figure that out.
The first sentence of the video is just going to be, how do we kill a cacophony? Well, intents and purposes, I do intend to cut this in.
You know, that would solve all of our problems. Okay, I just realized, if you make the background black, and then try to color key it for background... Right. It's gonna overlap your profile picture.
That's kind of unfortunate. Should I just
You should just make it green. Actually, no. Make it purple.
What if I just like put my own circle over it, like just like something random?
It'd be like, welcome to the moat, the only podcast where we've already discussed every single topic we want to talk about like 10
Yeah,
times in the
literally.
past.
This just should have started like a year ago. Probably tough to start. Except you
We
are
already
hungry
started.
and starting. Yeah, we already kind of started.
We already started. What do you want me to just ask you a
No,
question? Wait, you're first.
I have a somewhat of an administrative topic.
Okay.
Okay, so what the vote basically is, we're calling it a Modern Goldens podcast, and it's going to stray from Modern Goldens by the third minute. What are we
start
the
talking
moat
about...
doesn't have any significance as a word, right? It's just the moat.
It's just the moat. I think we liked it just because it started with the letters MO.
Yeah, we're trying to think of names.
It has a ring to it.
Yeah, we're trying to think of names. Kako is like, oh yeah, let's just make it. Well, what if we called it the moat? And I'm like, yeah, you're right, Kako. So we know the name, right? Are we putting the word Celeste, modded, or golden in the title?
No.
For any of the episodes?
I mean, we could have like every single episode has to have a title. I don't know. I don't think we'd ever need that.
Modded
the titles would just be based on the theme. What are we titling this episode? The episode where we don't know what we're doing?
Yeah, I guess so. Do you think you'd put like Madeline in the thumbnail, just like subtlety?
No, we could put loaf of bread's face in the thumbnail, and that would get clicks. It could be like it could be like one of those Mr. Beast like thumbnails where it's just like a
the
really
same
surprising
photo.
face. And that for every single episode. It's just like a red arrow pointing at my profile picture.
Yeah, at Shimeji Shem. Read Shimeji Shem. This is the only goal of them. Just get more people to read that and Girl's Last Story.
Wait, yeah, I could introduce them to peek through this.
Yeah, that's
I have a platform to say whatever I want until there's
yeah,
two
most
more
things you
people
want.
here. So, oh yeah, I can't flame people.
Well, you can
that much.
It just depends
I
who.
Can.
You know,
I make a bad choice. I wake up to 15 pings.
Yeah, like what is the slash version thinking they are?
You can't just be saying that.
Second question. Who is following through on the $5 Starbucks gift card bet? Is it gonna be you? I mean, I'll do it if I have to.
Does it count if I show it to a university professor instead of my parents?
Like
if I get like a
like you're trying to claim it yourself. That's like insider trading. It's like I don't know. I think that's kind of unethical.
It just needs to be enough money to be able to afford a water bottle. I don't know how expensive those are in Canada.
It's probably like 25 cap.
25. That might not be enough. Okay.
All right, third administrative topic. Who is gonna watch this when you imagine them? Who is the target audience?
Your viewers, but there's gonna be a lot more than 70 views, so I don't know. There's just gonna be people who spawn in.
Where's the number 70 coming from?
You just get that many views.
I average
nowadays.
like 17.
That's not
But I'm
true.
playing the game.
You're gonna be the next person to get Switch partner from streaming Celeste, and probably the last. We could have a whole segment about how it's impossible to grow being a Celeste Twitch streamer.
Yeah, especially when there's nothing like Video DMR.
There's nothing.
Yeah,
like
Do you think
the entire episode?
I'm trying to think. As this episode stands, there is almost certainly not going to be Celeste footage on screen. I don't know if there's going to be a single like. I think it'd be too distracting. It'd be too distracting for like the players and people talking and people watching. Maybe someone just really wants to watch like 1,000 5B bubble 3Fs.
I mean, the point is to be distracted. Like when you listen to a podcast, you're not like actively focusing on what's being said. I think I
Allegedly.
don't listen to podcasts that much. I don't know how people interact with them. So it's kind of crazy that I'm here, but
Are you listening to music or are you just raw dogging the recording?
I'm raw dogging.
Can I recommend the former?
I I have things to fidget with. Don't worry.
You're sitting there with like your Shimeji Sim plushes.
No, it's just a hand towel.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Like I'm just twiddling my. I don't know. I'm doing okay. I promise.
Yeah, I say this, but the only music I have on is the auto music that happens in Minecraft sometimes. So I'm also in the same scenario. So we've gone over who this is for, which is we don't know whether this is about modern goldens. It is, but not really. And the name. I think we should probably move on to a proper topic.
I don't remember who's going first, dude.
I'll let you go first because we're just gonna count the meta as a topic.
Okay. What do you think about people trying to sweep the ungoldened map sheet that's existed for like, I don't know, 10 months or something?
It's probably
like
been,
at some point last year.
It's probably been about that distance. It's like the first thing you think of is like how Team 0% went, and like was it Mario Maker 1? It happened in Mario Maker 1, right? Like people aren't sweeping Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, Mario Maker 1. The thing with that was like, I think it wasn't that hard for them to get to like what 98% or something, but then there were just a few levels that just took forever. I feel like this sheet doesn't get the interest of people who actually want to do the hard stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just the people who do care about it are only doing like all this slop that's like maps that have like no endings or like no name in the English.txt or are like barely not untiered.
That's probably, I think that's a pretty fundamental difference between, like, I can understand wanting to do everything, but unfortunately it's not like Celeste has a verification system. You don't have to be like, oh yeah, this map was certainly clear, especially when it comes to something like clear versus golden. Because golden is a much more different thing than just clearing every map in Mario Maker or something.
Yeah, it's a bigger commitment.
And also you get like the T-Rexes.
Some maps are like incompatible with the idea of being golden. Like, how do I even explain this? Something like Wednesday. If you just golden it in the most minimal way possible, did you really experience the map?
Yeah, you really helped complete Celeste.
Like, yeah, you're not really completing. Yeah, I guess it doesn't feel completionist, even if you were to golden every single map that has ever been uploaded. It's not really a full completion.
In that way where it's like, even like these one-room untiered maps, even though you are like technically helping complete the game, doesn't feel particularly meaningful if it's like, I hopped in this map for 5 seconds and I am now submitting this. Instead of working on maybe like stuff like the hit list or like just various other things.
With all these maps like dropping the average quality of submissions in the queue over the past like year or whatever, we're both verifiers. How does like the average quality of these submissions impact your will to just hop on gold berries and verify goldens?
I think I am definitely intimidated when I look at the queue and I see 265 pop up in a day. Sometimes that's not even related to slop. Sometimes it's just like, there's a new 265 map campaign out and somebody did 100 of them pre-release. They're happening right now. It's kind of
Operation
like,
Core.
Yeah, we love the core team. Shout out to the core team, our main sponsor.
So they're more than there more than one person on the core team? I'm still trying to figure this out.
I don't know yet. But when it comes to it, it's like the slop is actually pretty fast to verify. I think one of the main things is how good Vidi is as like a developer when it comes to like there's a feature where all you gotta do is feed in the game and it'll make a challenge. But before that you had to like type in the challenge name, go to a different page, make a new challenge, link the map, make like 8 different challenges for the silvers, and it's like it used to be this whole troublesome process to the point where like new challenges still do sit like at the front of the list. But like more often, they used to just sit there.
Also, like a lot of the time, someone will just look at the queue and add them preemptively. Who doesn't actually verify?
Yeah,
I think Morphlo and DSoft do that.
I think Ivy is doing that for their own goldens now as well, which is like
right, yeah.
huge.
No, Ivy and Kanoda.
The Ivy and Kanoda, which are both, I believe, very, very active people when it comes to the ungolden map sheet. I believe Ivy maintains it, right?
Yeah, Ivy maintains it. Kanoda just did a lot of goldens on it, and it was starting to make me really annoyed at some point. I would load the queue, and it'd just be like the same one submission that I couldn't verify for the past like week because of some edge case that I just didn't want to deal with, and then it would sit there because nobody else wanted to deal with it either.
Yeah, that's the verifier life.
Yeah.
Everybody should just be forced to do 5 a day, and then we just get like 100 a day like throughput.
Speaking of verifying large numbers of goldens, do you find it more or less enjoyable to verify like a bunch of strawberry jam, spring cola, whatever rainbows than these like tier 1 spam ungolden maps?
It really depends on one specific thing, because I actually prefer watching rainbows, but only if all of them are in the same video, so I can just like take them off. If I've seen people, especially because it's really annoying when it's bilibili submission to a rainbow, and it's like individual. It's like, dude, I have to click on each one of these, and I have to set the speed up a little bit on each one. If I accidentally click on the center of the bilibili one, it's going to send me to the website. I gotta close that tab. It's just so troublesome. I just don't know why people would upload things individually if they intend to go for the full rainbow. That's just my stance on it. It makes it.
Whenever I complain about it, like to someone who doesn't verify, it's always like, why would you care if they're all individual videos? Shouldn't it still be easy? Which, like, I guess is true if you're planning on putting a lot of effort into verifying, like, actually paying attention to what's happening all the time.
Yes,
but if you do that, then the queue is never gonna get to 0.
Yeah.
So the way I like to verify rainbows, I put on like 3 or 4 at a time, and I just fill one of my monitors with them in like a grid or whatever. And
verify like the Matrix.
Yeah. I still like skim through them afterwards to make sure I didn't miss anything important, but it's usually just checking for FCs. So a breeze contest rainbow is actually kind of nice in comparison to if they were all like 80 individual submissions, because I don't have to put as much effort in. But even though we have like a full guide of what to check for when verifying a breeze contest rainbow, because there's stuff like the map that you can't use cheat mode on.
Oh, like with hard gates and everything, yeah.
Yeah, and then all the moonberries, because I don't know, people forget moonberries a lot.
Off the record, how did the first warm up feel?
That was a warm up.
No. Oh, now it has to be on the record. No. So we talked about the ungolden map sheet earlier, right? Where people are more inclined to do slop than take out things to be like on the hit list, for example. It's kind of reminded me of there's been like 3 different molten reworks. We've gone through like, I guess on your sheet or on your hit list, it's classified in like group 1, group 2, group 3, like kind of corresponding to the old tiers. But my main question was, do you think killing, like, how big of a mistake do you think killing tier 0 was in killing tier X as terminology? Do you still use tier 0 as a term?
Never. I don't think it was a mistake at all. Like, people thought that it was really bad for the first, like, 6 months or whatever. But not being able to use tier 0 wasn't the reason why I made the group system. It was just because putting, like,
It's this
17
tier.
to 19 or that putting, like, I think it's putting a specific tier as an estimate is just cooked, because, like, even with a range of 3 tiers for all of these estimates, it's still, I feel like most of them are incorrect. And then writing down the ranges as, like, 14 to 16, 8 to 10 or whatever, it just looked really ugly with my way of formatting this sheet. So that was just the solution. Also, it makes it possible for me to, like, guess how big the tiers above, at the time, 20, like before 90 was done. I could estimate how big those tiers would be without, actually not necessarily estimating how big the tiers would be, just estimating where there would be a split.
Just like,
how hard?
Yeah, would it be in the same range?
Yeah, how to word this. Like, where do you draw the line between how hard these things you'll never do are? I feel like D1, D7 Golden would be a lot harder than CGL Golden, even though I can't do either of them. So I can split one up. That's what I'm saying.
You gotta take the old tried and true tier X approach of saying, yeah, we're just not gonna decide.
Yeah, that's why tier X sucked. I don't think 90p is the same difficulty as the D-Sides pack 100% deathless.
Well, yeah, that was, I think there was a huge misconception around the era of tier X where people were like, okay, 90 is gonna be low tier X. It's like, no, this isn't what tier X is. Tier X was made, like, it's literally called tier X. It's like a variable. This is like a placeholder name. We're like, okay, there's this theoretical tier X, and if we get above tier 0, we're just gonna have a range there, and it's gonna be infinite. And what infinite means is that Strawberry Jam Grandmaster Lobby is gonna sit in the same tier as SJ Hundo Deathless. And it's like, people have this idea of sub-tier tier X, like low, mid, high tier X. And at this point, it's like, that's where we are. That's what we're going to decide to do with how we're doing with, like, 21, 22. I guess it's like, it's calling it, I think generally calling things tier X as a difficulty is, like, faded away completely. Like, something's harder to say, like, dude, this is tier 26. And I think that might honestly, like, be
I think it's good. Imagine what the current golden list would be like if we still had the old tier system. Like, now it would actually be a problem. We have old 90 golden that exists. We'd have, like, mountains called platinum in low tier X. Old 90 golden in mid tier X probably. And then when 90p gets done, it would also go in low tier X. It'd just already be ruined.
It's certainly a place. Do you think, I know a lot of it was trying to, like, prevent this effect. Do you think the rework has actually, like, helped prevent people from grouping tiers? Like...
No, not at all. I mean, I still use stacked tiers, but I don't think that the grouping of tiers is a bad thing. I never really understood why people thought it was a bad thing that, like, for example, people cared about low tier 1 goldens way more than high tier 2 goldens. It feels so weird to say.
Yeah, it's been so long, huh?
I don't think it's a problem. There's a reason why those tiers are significant. Everyone, it was really cool to have like 70 golden be the face of that tier. So, and you, as a newer player, you'd want to have an achievement like that to your name.
Yeah, it's a kind of crazy thing where it's like, as a new player, how are you supposed to know that your first tier 8 and your first tier 14 are significant? Because there's not like there's not an arbitrary cutoff anymore. There's no like even Pace Court has had its bars changed. How are you supposed to find out that, oh yeah, this is like a good milestone for me? Because I think that is actually helpful for a player. Can anything ever really replace that?
Actively helpful to have like these cutoffs where you can do a golden and just be certain that, okay, this achievement means a lot. This is a massive
milestone. Yeah.
That doesn't mean that doing a golden literally like one tier below tier 14 is
free.
Not something to be proud of. Free.
Oh my god, this is always free. Of that, it's man, I forgot what I was gonna say.
The value of Goldens isn't entirely decided by their tier. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I care a lot more if someone spends like 100 hours on a tier 10 and gets it than if someone gets a tier 20 in 30 hours.
Yeah. I tried to think what I was gonna say twice, then I remembered it, then I forgot it.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It was something related to there's a second thing I want to touch on, but I'm trying to remember the first. Trying to keep the second one in my mind makes remembering the first one so much harder. Why can't brains be better? I don't know, that's what I was gonna ask. Given these milestone issues, that means you are anti-tier rework, right?
Wait, what do you mean?
You would support a quest to go back to descending tiers and and adding your sub tiers back.
No, but I when the tier rework was like originally happening, I did have like for a moment I was wondering if it would be better if we did something like we just started using random letters, like we
tier
we go,
alpha,
like Patrio does, and we go like tier U, or we go like tier A minus, tier A,
tier ultra rare, SR, SSR.
The entire reason why I was considering if it would be better to just add more tiers was because I was starting to realize that we were kind of blindsiding the entire Chinese community by doing this.
Yeah.
Since it was all happening within Molten Core and not all of them are there. So you can't really use Discord in China without, I think, a VPN. And that's a whole other can of worms.
Yeah, the great loss of all of Santi's golden.
Yeah, the Chinese golden list.
Please come back, we'll take you.
I think things are getting a bit better. I haven't looked at the sheet in like 2 months though. I can't really name many players that we have still like fully lost to that.
But yeah, we're missing a few LXPIs, few GMHSs.
Few GMH. Oh, we are missing a GMH. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're missing a Grandmaster Heartside Golden on our website.
I didn't realize that. I need to find this list. See, has anything changed on here? And however,
well, Mountain Skull is on there.
Oh my god, they have the Mountain Skull on here just because undefined uploaded ability.
Is it listed on there as tier -1 still?
It is. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Low tier -1.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that earlier, where like there were a bunch of propositions where like people were like, okay, we'll just call it tier -1, and I was like, I don't rock with that. I don't think that's good. There's not tier X was a good name relatively.
Yeah, no, I think that it would have been healthy to avoid the whole China split thing, but I hate how these look. I hate how I would hate having to call something tier -1. It wouldn't. I think it wouldn't necessitate the tier rework though. Like it wouldn't be as big of a reason as having an infinite tier to get rid of
everything. It was a weird for me when tier first happened, because I was at a very neutral stance where it was like, I can support that this is for building a better future, and at the same time I could see a world where we never reach that tier X zone. And then I think I don't know how long after rework it happened, but we have old 90 golden on the list and Mountain's Call. It's like, oh wait, we're there. Oh
yeah, we know.
Oh, that was so soon.
We weren't future proofing for a future that doesn't exist. I don't know why people were saying that. We're already here. This is the future we're in.
Yeah. When Twilight gets DMHS or when Twilight gets CGLL, then we'll really know we're in the far future.
Yeah, my relationship with the whole tier rework was, it wasn't really, I was supporting the tier rework, but I didn't want to be associated with any of the discourse surrounding it. Like, I wanted people to just be mad at creeps.
Again, another.
I just wanted to stay out of that. I wanted him to be the face of the tier rework. So I know he can take that. The various insults from various people in Paracord.
I was trying to remember what it was. I think there's, you probably know more about it than me. There is a few, we're still on the tier system, of course. It was this strange kind of gap between stuff like tiers 11 and 10, and generally everything in the old tier 3 range has kind of like weirdly disproportionate gaps. Do you think there's like any reasoning?
You mean like the curve?
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to things in tier 11, it feels like it really is like honestly a relatively small tier of things that are popular. Things tend to get moved like up or down, and I feel like tier 10 is a huge jump from something like tier 9 or 8. At least like that's how it seems to me.
Right, yeah, there was this whole sentiment that tier 9 was like not real.
It was not real for a while.
Because it felt like every single tier 9 golden could either just be in tier 8 or just be in tier 10. Which was kind of true, but I felt like that it was an issue that would just solve itself over time. Like, I don't feel like we needed to do anything about it. And now looking at the tier, there's a bunch of stuff that I've never heard of, so
yeah,
I feel like it's fine. As for tier 11, right, I guess there's this whole thing where a bunch of tier 12s got moved down and a bunch of tier 10s got moved up.
Yeah, we tried to rework. We tried a few mold reworks, and a lot of them didn't work. Especially when it comes to like tier 4, but that's a whole other thing.
I don't know if I think the problem still exists. I can still like pretty easily differentiate tier 12 and tier 11. But also maybe I'm just stupid because every single tier 12 I've ever done has been moved out of the tier at this point. I don't have a tier 12 and I'm on the tier 11 leaderboard, I think.
I guess maybe one last. I don't think it's rage bait, but it's just a peculiarly poignant topic. How are we going to define the tier 20 difficulty range? How do you possibly interact with Mountain in 71D? Where do we start?
It's okay. Well, first of all, can we please stop having people who have never done the golden say, please move this to high tier 20 or whatever? Like, I think it's kind of impossible to have a good perception of how hard every tier 20 is, just because, well, one, there's too many, and there's ones that people are just never gonna do. Like, all of the Void True Endings not getting a second victor for a very long time, and most of this is that's never getting more than 2 victors, and then the person who would do it next probably wouldn't have much of a difficulty opinion to give. I'm talking about Tech Boy. But is it really a problem? Like, I guess you can say that stuff is going to get gatekept from tier 21, like Lunar Ruins and Devil's Den, just because people are scared to play stuff above 71D, and Waterbury Mountain, or at least far above them.
Which is crazy because both the averages on these are 20.5.
Yeah.
There's allegedly a whole half a tier up there.
Allegedly. But I don't think it's that much of a problem. I feel like we should just let the tiers be wide. I think it's fine if Lunar Ruins ends up at like 20.99. Especially because, well, we already have a starting point for tier 21 that I think a lot of people would agree looks to be... Okay, actually, this is definitely opinion, but I think Mountain's Call looks noticeably harder than Lunar Ruins.
No, I thought you were just gonna say it looks solidly 21, and I was gonna be able to like unanimously agree.
You not agree?
I don't know. I don't know if I disagree, but I don't know if I agree. I just haven't thought about it that deeply. It's a weird thing where it's like this whole tier 20 debacle. This happened ages ago when we only had tier 0, right? This was high tier 0. this was high tier 0. We put everything in mid tier 0 because we refused to call Mountain or 71D high, and the words high tier 0 became synonymous with top 1. And it's like, man, that era is just so funny looking back.
the time when 71D and Waterbury Mountain were still in tier 19, and then the whole split happened, and I actively wanted to delay it because I thought it would be really cool for the next Hardest Golden to be the first tier 20, but it took a while to get the next Hardest Golden, and then it ended up being like 2 to 3 tiers harder than 71D, so what can he do?
Can I take you talking about the tiers being wide? I mean, you don't want every tier to have the exact same amount of goldens.
I guess so. I mean,
are we sure we don't have a linear scale?
I don't really care about the whole curve thing. I think it would make perfect sense for something to happen for, like, there could be like 10 tier 19s, but only 8 tier 18s, and then like 12 tier 17s. I don't know. I don't.
Because until recently, this is just how it was. Like,
yeah.
Tier 17 got the extreme glow up over the course of like 5 months.
Yeah, people have just been doing stuff. It's still so crazy to just like have stacked tiers on and just see how tall the whole 17 plus column is.
Yeah, it's gotten like genuinely insane.
Yeah.
It would
like seeing most at the top of the list. Actually, not everyone uses alphabetical sorting, but I just think it looks cool.
It's a kind of odd thing about the whole 71D Mountain debacle here, where you have to stare at it and think, okay, but are there any challenges that could fill this reign?
Okay. That's a new can of worms.
Yeah, dude. Are there really enough challenges that, like, as of this moment, are there enough challenges that we think we can kind of, like, theoretically fill it out at all?
No. And I don't think people say this all the time. People say that the full game runs are the future, but I think we're running out of those too. or at least ones that people would actually do. Like when you say someone needs to do Spring Collab GM
Hundo, all of
uh,
it.
who is that appealing to?
Well, it's appealing to the true D-loneliers, or I guess the true ungoldeners, who go to the hard unique to not slop, throwing
Yeah, and
shade.
they don't exist.
Yeah, they don't. It's
Because
me.
people
It's
actually
me.
people actually like having fun. At least most of them, I'd hope.
I,
If you're
I
gonna
I
jump
don't know if
into
you
a
can prove this.
600-hour grind,
Do you know how many
then-
people have realistic Mount Everest Golden right now?
okay, but there. Okay, one of them is snow. I feel like it's a one attempt to golden. I don't I don't think you could make anyone commit to something as monotonous as that, but they have to work on it for like a year. You know what I mean?
Someone has advanced strength.
Okay. Maybe people do just play slop.
Yeah,
But I still don't think that there's gonna be a okay, maybe I was about to say something about like a bad tier 20, but then I looked back at my monitor and I saw Call of the
right.
Void.
Bad.
Like-
Listen. I think. Listen, you gotta look at. There's a lot of grinds that you can use as an example on when it's getting consistent. Like, for example, look at Heck Malfunction, and. I love that text wall so much. I don't even know if I can really talk about it because it's shading like one individual. it was it goes straight at like I think it was someone talking to Smoothie about a geodesic FCG being viable. And they were like,
God.
yeah, Heck Pumper FCS was cited as the main example on why 1Fs get super consistent. And it's really unlucky that we have Thrift to actually prove that's true. But for most other people, I feel like when it comes to these long-term grinds, well, first of all, I feel like there's not enough people who have like cool dreams. Is that bad to say? Like the really cool undone stuff, like I don't see anyone who's like, oh yeah, this is what they're building up to, they're gonna get there eventually. This kind of happens.
You know what I think the issue is gonna turn out to be?
Yeah.
I don't think people are interested in filling the gaps. I think people want to like push the limits, you know? I don't think I think it's more likely that someone who wants to do a really, really hard full game run is gonna go for something like SJ Expert or Gallery Collab Deathless that's like tier infinity or something. Then we're gonna see stuff like we're gonna see tier 21 develop, but then we're still gonna have this whole tier 20 problem, you know? But that's what I feel. So I feel like the challenges in this range that we'd want to have developed are just not as appealing, besides the ones that people are already doing, like Lunar Ruins, Bilson.
Yeah, and surely once we do get them, the challenge is going to be comparable to each other.
Surely, yeah, people are going to know exactly how hard they are, and it's going to solve all of our problems.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I'm totally gonna be able to use Devil's Den Deathless as a comparison point when placing something, when choosing to place something in tier 20 or tier 21.
There's a thing where I wanted to like, I was gonna say, as the person who maintains the stream grind strategy, and I realized like I don't really have to explain. I don't know who's watching this who doesn't know I do that, but I can also be like. Yeah, I like as someone who like maintains a spreadsheet of like every stream grind. When it comes to like pushing the limit, I think the happiest era for me was like in the same month, Vidi announced they weren't doing Mountain. They had baited Mountain for like 2 months, and they were like, I'm doing Lunar Ruins Deathless. And I was like, what? And at like the same time, Thins was like deep in 9E, and Parrot was still on 9D, and it's like. There were so many pushing the envelope grinds happening at the exact same time, and I was like really proud in that moment. Now it's a little later, I think it might be almost a year later, and none of those grinds have finished. But
90's dropped.
Yeah, 90's been on hiatus. 9E put the golden door on hiatus.
Oh my god.
And Linerance is actually doing pretty well. Whenever I watch Vidi and Cottom, I think there's no way this challenge is real. Every time. Like, there's no way you have to hit this gameplay. But despite that, I think there aren't that many good challenges left for people who want to push the envelope. So, aka, it's Summit East Side waiting room.
Yeah, I think as soon as this like whole wave is over with, then we're gonna be in like a whole depression.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you want to push the limit, all right, go golden. What, RTS, plasma deck? You want to do superheated superstructure?
And you can't be like, okay, I'm just gonna wait for whatever to release. There's no waiting for Vesuvius to release anymore.
Well, yeah, unfortunately,
all the mappers are making jaunts and collabs.
Yeah, I think the biggest loss for the community was when Tardigrade stopped mapping.
This is so true.
Tardigrade has made 2 straight gas top 1s in a row. It's when for Derails' finishes.
We need another Luma, I think.
Yeah, we need
like harder map.
We need, like, okay, because saying this is hard because I was part of the group that clowned 7E when it had like a high tier 0 challenge in its like trailer. Like, that was made for. It was made to be like high tier 0, probably like literally Nin's bait. Like, please do my summit map, just like old times, right, guys? And eventually the playtesters were like, hey, this, no. It did get toned down. It's still going to be tier 0. But I think it has to come naturally. We're not going to be able to force a tier 20 that is good unless you're tardigrade. And at the same time, no one is mapping these.
I think the solution is that we need to start making the maps for ourselves. I think we need the goldeners to lock in. Make their own goldens.
We need to rise
Even
up.
though this is never going to happen.
Against
Unless when friend groups start, when they go like, okay, let's make a summit map together, and we all each make one checkpoint, and it's gonna have all these custom mechanics or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Maybe if those projects actually get finished instead of just abandoned after like 1 week. Because I know that has happened so many times. I've done it myself.
Yeah, we need to make the hist heart side real.
The start side.
Yeah, let's do all of so 1 star this time.
In 2023. Now it's cooked. Remember Strawberry Sanctuary, whatever it was called?
I don't.
I think it was like they wanted to make a massive hard side, but it was every single map in SJ.
No.
Like all of them in one hard side.
No.
I think this was something Celeste modded was doing in like mid 2023. I never joined the server, so I don't know how it died. But I think
that's, dude,
maybe that's the future.
I thought Bria's side was long, man. That's a lot.
I'm so excited to find out that I just spread complete misinformation and this just never happened. I'll fact check later.
Yeah, we're just lying.
Lying for content.
How long did we go on the golden list tangent for? It has to have been like half an hour.
Something like that. I could have extended it if I wanted to.
Wait, we still can. Time is not linear.
Okay.
But it depends.
I forgot
Do you think what you have next on your docket would be more fresh?
No. I'm trying to stall it for as long as possible because I don't know how to
bring it up.
I think it could turn into something interesting. Because it goes into the whole Kit Kat jumper has been moved down 3 tiers.
Yeah, alright. /5, how do you feel about Frosted Flakes and Too Jolly? Let's settle it right now. Might as well get it out of the way.
I dropped
We have
a
time.
fork. Let's pull up the suggestion. I somehow lost it again. This is pretty solidly 2-star on hard list. We can't be saying that yellow plus 1 equals tier 3. Like, come on, guys. In my opinion, it should be tier 5 because that's what I think 2-star translates to. But like tier 4 is fine, I suppose.
It's like, how do I talk about this without ranting?
Do you think that difficulty opinions people form by equating tiers and stars are trustable?
No. No, not at all. It's like, I'm trying to remember. There was one specific example that was an insane cyclical. No, it happened. So, RFTS clear, right? The rumor that was spread throughout all of, I don't think dev, but maybe like once it released, everyone was like, okay, a Valhalla is probably harder than LXVI Golden. And then
multi-ball,
yeah,
tier 15, pinball purgatory, silver difficulty, or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like we use LXVI Golden to place Valhalla, and then we use Valhalla as our benchmark for tiers to stars in a bunch of different cases. For example, I believe this was how Frosted Flakes was placed initially. For example, I think Drew's argument was, okay, well, this isn't that much easier than Valhalla, but it's probably easier by like 2 or so tiers. And Valhalla is about LXVI difficulty. And so we placed Frosted Flakes a few tiers under LXVI Golden. And it's like, this is insane, actually like insane list of logic. Like, but we're going off of like a derivative of a derivative.
And you can't really blame them because like, these are hard list players that have barely done any Goldens and they're suddenly quote unquote jumping to like very high difficulty where they have no comparison points other than these like word of mouth comparisons that this hard list room is roughly this golden tier. And I don't think it's healthy because these placements have a history of being very far off already, right? But then it creates this domino chain where people who primarily play hard list do these Goldens, and then they base their perception off of where they're placed, even though they were placed based off of reckoning RFTS, whatever. And then they get moved down 3 tiers.
Yeah, it's like, we can look at the tier history of like all of these. Like, I think, what's the history for Frost Lakes in particular? Where's it at right now?
Let's find out. I'm guessing tier 13. Oh, it's tier 14.
It's tier 14.
Oh my god, the opinion spread. I think 2 Jolly has an even worse opinion spread.
Yeah,
isn't there simultaneously a tier 10 and tier 12 opinion?
Oh yeah, 2 Jolly got shredded. Yeah,
like, it's tier 13 now.
Yeah, 2 Jolly went from, I think, tier 16 straight to tier 13. No, it went from tier 16 to undetermined to tier 16 to tier 13, of course.
Determined.
It went straight to undetermined because the second person to, again, that it's slight rage bait, I don't want to get into it. Second person to clear the map died the golden and said, or died the golden room. They're like, oh yeah, this probably run this difficulty, which is still true because only one 2 Jolly is verified, but everybody else has enough progress after clearing it to say like, oh yeah, I died this golden room. It's about this hard. Oh my god, why does Fate have it wishlisted? Anyway.
What do you think, like, causes all of these problems with trying to translate hard list stars to golden tiers, though?
I
So
think
we've established that it's not reliable with all of these big heartless map moves happening, but
if you want the ignorant answer, the website is too good, and everybody kind of wants it to be the hub for literally everything. This is part of the untier argument, but again, that's a whole episode.
yeah.
When it comes to Heartland, which that was my biggest issue with when Too Jolly came in, which is it is just a hard clear, and we're double dipping in a bit. It was very intentional double dipping, and it kind of aggravated me. But it's like we can't. These systems are different. The tiers are fundamentally a different thing than stars because they're not. They're measures of types of difficulty. They're not the difficulty.
And they also don't even operate on the same scale.
They don't. Like, I think it's fair to say, okay, this 7-star probably takes me around tier 15 time. That's comparable. Like, that's not a terrible comparison. You can definitely make that off your own judgment. Can you, like, you can say, oh, this is probably about equal effort. Can you use that to scale? No. You can't, like, say, like, because there's never going to be a good baseline. They measure completely different things. Like, it was crazy to say that clearing a map is going to end up feeling fundamentally different than chaining multiple rooms in a row.
You just approach them, like, completely differently. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. I think I would be more open to it if not for all these comparison points that people use, because it's not like everyone agrees that multi-ball is roughly tier 15. It's not like everyone agrees that Valhalla is LXVI golden difficulty. I think Cheesy thinks it's like tier 16, but if not for the scale thing, I would probably be fine with it. Yeah. And if people put more effort into their comparison points instead of just going, this person said that, therefore this.
Yeah, it's like a chain of nonsense where it's like, I think it's rational. I think it's completely understandable to stare at Venus, Abaddon, Multival, the Valhalla. You can stare at those and you can very easily like split it into sections and say, what if this was a golden? That's fair. You can call those that. You can say, oh, Venus is this star and it's also this tier. That's fair. What you can't do is, after getting that, use it as a benchmark to compare things that have no semblance to a golden whatsoever.
Yeah.
And this is what tends to happen with literally every discourse surrounding it.
Another problem I had with the original suggestion is just the statement that yellow GM plus 1 room roughly translates to a tier 5 gold, which I don't even agree with that. I think perfection is easier than Heart of the Storm Silver, which I think is like low tier 4.
Yeah, it's honestly at this point we've hot to tier 3. These old heads need to know.
I don't want to derail, but the whole idea that this star translates to this tier, like it could work for the first few stars, not the rest, because like 9-star could cover a whole range of like tier 14 to tier 16. You wouldn't be able to tell where if you haven't done a lot of goldens.
Yeah.
Just nobody agrees. Nobody agrees on what equals what. So why trust it?
Yeah, it's like, man, Valhalla is harder than LXVIG. Okay. And Frosted Flakes is in the same sub-tier, which means they're the same sub-difficulty, right? Yeah, okay. So how does this work? How does this work again? Why is Frosted Flakes like sitting doomered in tier 14 while our opinion of Valhalla is still hovering tier 18? Is there maybe some difference in how these things are measured? Did you see the downfall of Magnetic Dawn?
I did, and then it made me want to die that immediately after that happened, someone went to Goldberries and made a suggestion to
Oh,
unsplit it because
oh.
of heart room.
We've had heart cheese for 3 years.
We already had our cheese.
We've had heart cheese. Like I think I was doing heart cheese in my like original clear until I decided I was like, oh yeah, I want to do attentive. It's like, it's there's a bridge to probably like one last thing that we could mention. It depends. I don't think it should be that deep.
Go ahead.
Do you think Heartless was better with DMR's baseline? Do you think the idea of like it being a pathway, for example, like the classical maps like Modu and Vivid Abyss, DMR, etc., do you think that was like a good guiding light for players, or is it better as an archive of hardest maps?
I stopped clearing maps, like, well, not clearing maps. I stopped clearing hardlist maps quite a few months before the removal happened. But I know that I hated the argument that DMR and all those other 1-stars have to be removed because they don't represent the hardest maps in the game or whatever. I didn't understand that argument because who's to draw the line of what counts as one of the hardest maps? If that was the point of the list, then none of the stars would exist except for the top one. Those are the hardest maps in the game. I did notice that, like, after the whole 1-star removal happened, people just stopped clearing DMR and Vivid Abyss. Like, you would just never see them in achievements anymore. But I don't think people have to play those maps to, like, build up towards this difficulty. I think there's a lot of other choices, and also, like, we still have, like, SJ or whatever. You know?
Like, you're still doing pretty okay.
There's a lot of
Goldeners and Histers both go to SJ. You get both.
There's building up towards higher difficulties in this game has been solved for so long just because of collabs, and I think Hardlist now just has a lot of options that it's not that big of a problem. I don't know if I think that the 1-star removal should have happened. I didn't really have a take on it because Hardlist just isn't how I play the game anymore.
It's like, I think when you start this game, well, I guess I don't know if people get Paradise recommendations anymore. I think they definitely do. You start this game and you're presented with a two-way street, which isn't true, because you can go down like a speedrunner or like a TAS or a rando player, which some people still do. But essentially, you're met with this theoretical fork in the road where it's like, okay, you can start your modded golden climb, or you can start your Heartless clears climb. I think pre-rework, when it came to Heartless clears, DMR is just a really good map. Stuff in old 1-star happened to be really accessible at getting you used to high GM, which is just a really fundamental thing for new players to have. And I know you get out of SJ and GMHS is hard and you cleared that. But I do think not having a few of those like essential historical maps that used to exist on Hist is like kind of a demerit. It's a weird thing because we still have super cracked mutants. Anyway, I don't know how it happens, but I feel like it definitely used to ease the process.
I just think that stuff has not necessarily replaced them, but I think that the only real issue is just that you're not getting to experience the maps themselves. But we have so many maps. I think I myself, I didn't play DMR until literally 6 months ago. That was my first DMR clear. And it didn't feel like I missed out on much. Well, granted, I had already watched the entire.
Yeah, let's say you
Bookmark
probably
run.
watched an entire grind over the course
Yeah,
of 5 hours.
but you get what I mean, right? It just feels like a mostly non-issue. I guess you can say
You
death
always
of
find a way.
culture, whatever, but there's new culture. The game's evolving.
It is definitely
We're not
culture.
getting. We're never. There's never gonna be another video DMR, but you know.
Yeah. There actually is one last topic on our docket, really unfortunately, and it depends how much you want to get rage baited.
What could it possibly be?
In any Celeste Discord server, whether it be Celeste Cord, Heartless, or Golden Cord, there is going to be a channel called Achievements. What are your thoughts on Goat Reacts?
The dilution of the goat.
Do you think Goat Reacts are being proportionally used?
People will goat react anything. Like, I know I shouldn't be taking the meaning of goat too literally, but like, I mean literally anything. Like, you can look in the Goldberry's Milestones channel, and people are goat reacting some SJ map hitting 100 silvers. And then people will. This is unrelated to achievements. People will also just spam goat react on like anything they agree with.
Yeah.
Like. Do
you think it's a lot more acceptable when it was fraudulent?
I think the whole fraud culture in Celeste Court achievements was funny, where you had this goal of like trying to farm as many frogs as possible. That was like back when ping lists existed. But then Celeste Court achievements just kind of like, I wouldn't say it died. Actually, no, I'm saying it died. I'm saying it died like around when Goldberry started existing and people stopped using the ping rolls, and also Heartless submissions started happening in Discord. Without those roles, you kind of like took away one of the reasons to open achievements so often. And I don't know if I think that was part of the reason why Frogland died.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it definitely was part of the culture. I loved having to scroll back up and wait 3 weeks later. It did Parrot Dash put a check mark next to my golden? That was a big part of achievements back in the day.
Izzy thumbs up and
yeah, Izzy thumbs up and mine.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah, I bet you don't really miss operating on the spreadsheet when you were out there.
I kind of do. I only got to do it for like 2 months, and it felt so good to make those big changelog posts like by myself.
Okay, those were good.
But with that said, switching to a website was definitely a necessity, because now we have to take care of maps like Zenith just said.
Yeah,
that's not possible on this spreadsheet. It's not. It's just not. Do you remember we still had the arbitrary list and the full game runs list, and full game runs didn't go on the top golden list.
Right.
Like the top, right? Remember that?
Right. We had it for all special berries as well.
As much as I miss the sheet and how little edge cases I had to deal with, not having to deal with untiered existing, I think it was necessary. It's a big derail though on
yeah.
React.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same kind of deal. It's like, I remember, I do think achievements dying is kind of sad, because when I posted, like, my very first post, if you look from Dragon Old, like, the very first post is me posting my 0 berry, like, ultra difficult clearance ring collab. And it got, like, at least, like, 20 hypers, and I was like, oh, okay, I can keep farming these. And it motivated me to play a little bit. I love to post achievements.
My first ever message in Celeste Court was saying GG to Parrot Dash for clearing Venus.
Totally.
And there, if you go back there, there's so many other messages around it. And then my next my next message in Celeste Chord was my mob clear, which is stupid, of course, but I felt so good about that. Just seeing like the 25 frogs or whatever I got, I was like, wow, people actually do care when you do something in this game. And now you don't get that feeling anymore.
That's a whole
That's gone.
That's a whole
Can't happen
thing.
anymore. Now we just have achievements channels in smaller servers and goat reacts, which I think we can swap out the main react emoji every so often. I think we need some clan system mode.
Yeah.
And
I would be completely down if we. I think the only way to bring change is to stalk GB notifications and actually like a frog emote before people start goating. Because people are gonna click on the first one. I think this is the only way to stop goat with some counterculture.
I guess that's how Yay got in the rotation.
Oh, which one?
Yay.
Like Yay's pretty good.
Yeah.
But
people just started using it and now it's like there.
It's weird being in goat counterculture where it's like, I do care about your achievement, but I don't want to goat react. I'm sorry. Like this means so much more than
like, it just doesn't feel like it has meaning anymore. I know it's not that deep, but
well, yeah, you're my good of all time. Like that's what it means now, I guess.
You're my whatever of all time. You did something. Good job.
You're my glad of all time. I'm happy.
At least we had Froglin and Hyper Froglin, you know?
Yeah, like there were layers even back then.
There were layers. If you did a new hardest, you got a super react Clantis or whatever. we could do more.
Yeah, we just need to fight back. I'll start like whenever I go live, I'll just say def to goat reacts, and when people ask, I just go on a whole like radical spiel.
The billboard.
The billboard. Yeah. If you goat react, I'm just not friends with you anymore. We probably have compiled like what 3 hours of raw footage.
Something like that.
Alright, the one last sign-off question. We kind of talked about how the tier 8 and tier 14 milestones don't really exist anymore, right? Can you recommend one tier 8 and one tier 14 for people to do as their first?
Tier 14? I hate that tier.
What, you gonna make them go do devil side instead?
Tier 8 is just a buff security into the multiverse.
You think multiverse is kind?
Well, now it is. Yeah, I think everyone destroys it now. But it's also just fun. I'm gonna get opt for this take because everyone hates it now, but why are there... Am I insane, or is there like spaces between the W's or like the letters in SPWW on the golden list now? I swear they used to be closer together.
Yeah, click on it and look at campaign versus map.
Who did this? Wait, is it actually like that in game?
I don't. Does anyone?
Wait, I need to check.
We need to know.
I can check this. It is like that in game. I didn't know that.
That's so sad. Can we? Do you want to make a suggestion? I think we should.
Can
we should definitely censor this. I'm not gonna lie. We should make it. I want to make a suggestion right now. I don't care about accuracy.
I've cleared the map, but I never knew it was like that. I didn't want to recommend Superfecta, but I think I have to recommend Superfecta because nothing else in this tier looks. Well, I guess there's covering space, but I don't think it's accessible, so I wouldn't recommend it.
Covering space is definitely not accessible, but that could put someone through like a character arc, right?
Yeah, but also it's just tier 15.
Yeah, you're not gonna recommend Altitude or Frosted Flakes.
I am not going to recommend altitude because it just looks like pressing dash for 5 minutes. I'm not gonna recommend frosted flakes because it's not a golden, but that's another
Yeah,
episode.
yeah. I think on my end, I'm definitely going to in tier 8. We're definitely gonna have to go with Silly 2K3. No, tier 8. I have the biggest amount of bias in the world, but this has actually become a popular golden. I think Karo Summit is a great thing to break in. It offers like a pretty good
Right.
amount of challenge.
I played it for one session and I think I just crashed out in 0 meters.
Well, yeah, it's pretty 0 meters loaded, but like
Yeah.
if you look at the victor list, you'll see like a solid like 80% of the people go on to be top players. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's a guaranteed correlation, but like all I'm saying is Rachel got Karo Summit, and their next golden was LXVI.
Do they still like exist? I have not seen that name in so long.
Snippy card.
Oh, it's Schnorred, right?
Yeah. Here's my sell on Karo Summit. You got to think of the victors and how big they pop off. It's me, Egg, Lili, Rachel, Jack the Whack, Red Bean Bun, 10% Pig,
Jack the Whack,
City, Dexy, Nino Slons, Average Team User, Millions, IP.
That is a stacked list of people.
It is a hit.
It's like the same thing for Superfecta also.
Well, that's just because it's a good golden.
Yeah, but how do I say this without sounding like elitist? When it comes to like NPC goldens, that's another potential theme.
Does EHS having 114 victors mean it's too easy?
No, not that kind of. But what I'm talking about is when I look at the EHS victor list, I don't know these people. Like, I know. I guess I recognize maybe like half the people here, but if I look at Superfecta, I know basically everyone. I guess the reason for that is just because of SJ max percent and people choosing to do that, like choosing to at least get a lot of progress on it before they break into other goldens. I have a lot to say about that I don't feel like saying right now.
It's a weird. I have two picks. My personal pick would also be Superfecta, which it's weird that I recommend my first tier 8 and my first tier 14. There's no bias there. But the other one I'd probably recommend in tier 14 as like setting yourself up for the future. I'd say DMR Silver 2. I think you could go through an entire character arc on that.
I just completely missed that one.
It's kind of hidden because it gets cut off twice. It says Dark Moon R.
Yeah. Yeah, I just look at it, I just see text.
Do you love seeing the Mount Tai ... the translation?
Right, it's cut in two different ways. If you look at what tier is it? Is it tier 11? Yeah. we have the mountains call madness, and then right below we have the mountain dejection re.
I think there's a pretty egregious one of Spring collab somewhere. There's a lot of ones with like long names where it just gets really cooked.
Strawberry Jam.
But at the same time, they're not gonna like increase the tier width. I think increasing the bar width would look worse. Probably.
It would, yeah.
Maybe, do you think it should prioritize? There's nothing you can really do. You just have to not be on compact view.
Yeah, but I like my RAM usage.
Yeah, I like my computer performing.
It doesn't take 8 hours to load. I do like it for the personal top golden list though. It looks good there. Remember the old design where on your personal list the column width was decided by the length of the map names?
That's peak.
I hated how it looked, honestly.
me when I have the Wednesday at the edge of forever. What I'm hearing is that all of our issues are solved by, or actually caused by websites, and we just need to revert to monkey.
This is true. Can we revert to
Let's go back to the old tiers where we had like a 1 golden per tier and there were 7 tiers.
let's put death control back on the modded.
Yeah, straight back to
create. We can debate on whether or not FC Golden should be verifiable.
Was this real discourse back in Hater?
This is real.
Like we
discourse.
weren't sure where to count FCs.
Yes, we weren't sure whether or not we should count FC Goldens. And yet now we have all of these like special we have segments.
Yeah, is that why we're putting special berries in arbitrary, man? It's like what if we had FC in arbitrary?
Yeah. Oh, I just remembered the old rejected list.
God, things were so good.
Rejected by, like, what was it? Difficulty quality ratio?
Yeah, too easy to difficulty quality ratio. Yeah.
When compact size was rejected.
Rejected joke map. The good days.
Things were simpler back then. Back when people were fine with waiting an entire like month to have their golden verified.
Yeah, back in the Hated era.
Now 3 days is too long.
Yeah, it doesn't help that if the queue sits for a day, it's gonna jump to 200, and it looks like nobody's doing their jobs.
Yeah, the list has grown so much. We left the queue alone for 2 days and it got to 500.
There's not a lot you can do.
There was a time when I could not verify for a day, and then we'd get 7 submissions.
Well, that was a productive session of yapping.
Yeah, I don't even know how long that was.
I think we went on for. I think I restarted the recording at some point, but even that we were at 2 hours.
Awesome.
Are you
gonna include the Greg Tech gameplay?
Yeah, I'm going to include the Greg Tech where I said we should kill Kako.
Yeah, I mean I said that at the start again, but
yeah, well, every episode we'll just start by inventing new ways.
Right. Oh my god, I just remembered the document that was like 50 ways to torture Star Sapphire. Wait, I
oh my god, you're talking about it's by Stacco, right?
Yeah, by Stacco.
Yeah, I haven't seen Stacco in ages. You're talking about the Stacco torture document.
Yeah, the official Star Sapphire.
Are we going to include this?
Yeah, we can end on this.
Do you know where it is?
I found it.
Oh, I'm glad you posted in VC text the official Star Sapphire torture mission compendium. I'm glad it's weird. Just in case I didn't have one that was updated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever make a new one, just know this was the old version.
Yeah, just in case. I don't want to use old tools.
I can read it off.
It's such an insane. You're gonna read it off.
The whole thing, I don't know if I can handle. There's 61 of them.
I just put the image on screen. Are you sure you want to read it?
I don't. It's gonna take so long.
It's gonna take so long. We just entered the wrap up spiel.
I will trap her in a Red Bull and asphyxiate her.
Like, Celeste is serious. Get ready to die behind it. Like.
I still wonder what could have possibly happened in Sapphire Dash to necessitate this.
I guess it's just really that deep.
It's just that deep.
I
can't. I miss Stocko.
We need to add the next mode segment is obviously after each episode we make a room of Lithos bus.
don't want to open Lowen ever again.
Alright, the last question we have to answer this session.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone in the world, probably just a player. What is your moat dream guest?
Hyper.
Yeah,
maybe
Hyper is pretty high up there.
Jojo. Oh, Hyper, yeah, just Hyper. He's really good at talking. I don't know.
Hyper has a great voice, really good at talking, really like verbose. I think at some point we just like. When do we get LaRush in the box?
What about you? Who's your deal?
This my dream. I'm trying to remember. Who do I think just will never stop talking?
That sounded like a really negative. Like
no, like in the best way possible. Who do I really want on? Who can just like has a vast knowledge of everything I want to talk about? The ideal is Kako if she played the game, but
if she played,
very very huge if. Let me look at my list of players.
You look at Celeste PP and come up with people.
Yeah, look at Celeste PP. God, we didn't even get a chance to look at it.
We never mentioned it.
We never mentioned Celeste PP. there is such a golden opportunity. I'd probably. And I can think as long as I want, but I don't have to actually cut it up. I think Olivia would have a lot to say.
Oh, true.
I think Olivia is like high key, like sacred lore keeper.
We can get Olivia and her evil alter ego. Not necessarily.
Yeah,
evil,
both in
just
the
a
same
short...
episode.
Yeah. we get Lurian and Spicky on.
all right. Which school types better? Come on. Yeah, like Celeste Jubilee. How do you end that episode?
You don't need to. You can just fade it out randomly while we're laughing.
Yeah, I could just like cut it off abruptly after I said that.
Yeah, you could just do that. That's probably fine.
Editing this is gonna take so long.
Yeah, that's probably a good reason to control the length. I've just been looking at my profile picture get a green circle for the past 3 hours.
Oh, but you're gonna hate this.
I
I want you to look at your green circle really carefully.
Let's see. Oh! How did you manage?
I was trying to make it a little smaller. There you go. Yeah, there's your top.
Well, that's not gonna exist for the entire time. Oh well.
Yeah. You were just the bottom lines for this session.